It's 103.9 The Fox. I'm JP, and with me, I'm so excited because I'm a huge wrestling fan. WWE Superstar David Otunga in studio. David, what's up?
What's up, man? Happy to be here today.
And you are from Elgin, so local guy.
Yep.
And earlier today, you were at Hannah Beardsley Middle School.
Yes.
Doing an anti-bullying. It's the Be a Star
Be
campaign.
a Star campaign, yep.
How did that go? What are some of the things you went over?
It went very well. You know, one of the things I told the kids was about my personal story, that I was bullied growing up and, you know, how it affected me.
You were?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
you could take we're these radio geeks over here. You can body slam all three of us. You were bullied, though?
I was. See, that's the thing. I think what resonates with the kids is they look at me now and you see, you know, this big, you know, muscular guy who's self-confident and a wrestler, but I wasn't always that way. You know, when I was young, I was just like them. I was short. I was chubby. I had thick glasses, and it didn't help that I was smart. So
yeah,
I did well. I used to get called a nerd and picked on, and yeah,
you know what the funny thing is? Nerds are kind of in now, though.
I know.
So,
right?
I think we grew up in the wrong generation.
Yeah, exactly. I missed the boat on that.
Yeah, you know, it's like I didn't go to prom. I was playing Mario 3 instead of going to a dance, and you know, I felt the pain from it. But now I guess it's kind of cool. Well, maybe not, but. So obviously, you know, WWE Superstar, you've traveled the world, and you know, I mean, the schedule is. I mean, I've heard, you know, 200 days on the road at least. Some of these guys.
Oh,
at least, yeah, and a big pay-per-view coming up here in Chicago later this month. Payback.
Yep.
You know, what do you think? Any insight on who you think might come out on top in some of those matches?
Oh man, I don't know. I wanted to see what's going to happen with Ryback and John Cena, though.
Yeah, that's going to be a brutal match.
Yeah, the 3 stages of hell.
Yeah, it's an ambulance match, I believe. Yeah. And what's the deal with that? Like, what? I mean, you literally have to put somebody in an ambulance to win the match.
As I understand it, yeah, I've never been in one, but I think that's the way you win.
I don't think you want to be in one of those.
No, I don't think so either.
Straight matches, you know.
Usually, if you wind up in an ambulance at the end of a match, it probably didn't go so well.
Probably not. All right, we're going to be talking more with David Otunga in just a minute. All right, it's 103.9 The Fox. I'm JP in the studio. I'm still pretty excited. I'm a little starstruck. I got David Otunga, WWE Superstar, and also, you know, Harvard grad. Yep. Okay, so you grew up in Elgin. You went to Larkin High School?
Larkin High School.
Okay, and did you go to college before Harvard too here in Illinois? Or
I went to University of Illinois in Champaign.
Okay, so you went to U of I, and then Harvard Law School.
Yep.
And you become a lawyer.
Yep.
And now you're in the ring. Well, I mean, is there a big difference between being a lawyer and body slams in the ring? It's kind of a, I mean, which is actually a tougher career.
It is a little bit different. I mean, yeah, I used to sit behind a desk all day and, you know, do paperwork and different things, document review like crazy. And then now, you know, my job is working out and wrestling 300-pound men, some who are 7 feet tall. And, you know, it's definitely more exciting.
Okay, so, yeah, I can see that. Now, how did you make that transition? You know, and also, you know, what was some of the response from your friends and family? Like, are you crazy? What?
Well, ever since I was a kid, like, I knew I wanted to be an actor. Like, I wanted to be an action hero. I was all into superheroes and all that stuff. My mom told me, well, David, look, you have to have a fallback career. Not everybody makes it in entertainment.
That's pretty wise for her to tell you that early on.
And it's like school came pretty easy for me. Like, I never really tried that hard, and I just did well. And I was always into sports and other things. And so the whole time I was in college, I was going on auditions and everything. And, you know, nothing was taken for me. But at the same time, I'm just, you know, going all the way through, graduating. I get into law school. I'm like, I need to do something. Get into law school. Land a job at the top firm in Chicago, the same one the Obamas worked at.
Oh,
I'm still,
wow.
You know, hitting the gym hard and, you know, sending out, you know, I'm going on auditions and different things. And one day I get a call out of the blue from a casting director from VH1.
Okay.
And they say, hey, would you be interested in being on this reality show? And I'm like, what? No. Like, well, if you ever wanted to do something in entertainment, this could be the way. And so,
and you probably saw, you know, reality shows be the, I guess, launching pad for many other actors out there.
Yeah, and at this time too, I was really wanting to get into professional wrestling.
Okay,
so I was like, man, maybe this could be my chance. So I went on the show. It was I Love New York too, and I enjoyed it so much. Man, I had a great time. And you know, after that, I had like this, you know, newfound fame, and I started getting offers for all types of things, and then eventually I got an audition with WWE because of that.
Okay.
And I went in and I nailed it. And they were like, you know what? Your story is amazing. You know, who else is a lawyer from
Right.
Harvard, like legitimate, and wait, you want to wrestle? And wait, like you have this physique? Oh, sure. I mean, we'll do something with you.
Well, it's perfect. Like we were talking about in the break, with characters and, kind of the most real ones, tend to identify best with the crowd. And so you've got this story of, it's like, this isn't something we're just saying, this is like, he's got the actual cred. He's a lawyer,
Yeah.
And, we got your mug that you've got, you carry around with you, you're dressed perfectly, way better than, obviously we show up in t-shirts over here. So, I mean, you're keeping it real, and that is the perfect character. And so I can see why, it worked out well for you.
It's me. So I guess that would mean I'm perfect.
Well,
my logic.
Well, yeah, I can see that, and I don't want to disagree with you because, you've got several finishing maneuvers. We do not. Your finisher is called the verdict?
The verdict.
Yeah, that's obviously that fits quite well.
Yeah.
Now, can you demonstrate that on my boss Wild? Is that doable? Like,
Do it.
oh, he's gone. Just like a scared manager, you run out of here.
Well, there might be lawsuits involved with that.
Yeah,
But then
well,
again, I'm a lawyer.
You could help with
so
that. Wow, so actually,
get around that.
You could do it, and you can actually, basically defend yourself as well.
That's
at
true.
In the ring and outside of the
Yeah.
ring. It's the perfect career. So, switching gears a little bit. Earlier today, you were at Hannah Beardsley Middle School for the Be a Star program, anti-bullying. It's something that affects so many kids now, and with Facebook and Twitter, and there's 20 different versions of those that I don't even know right now that kids know that I don't, Vine and whatever's out. I mean, it's kind of just been, the good thing is the anti-bullying stuff has now been elevated to the forefront. The bad thing is it's like times 20 with how major it is right now.
Right.
Can you tell us some of those kind of stories that you've seen or heard about, instances, and how we could, how really, I guess people listening out there can go about, getting their kids on the right path and making sure they don't fall into these unfortunate traps.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, when I was growing up and I was getting bullied, it would happen at school and, maybe on the bus on the way home. But once I got home, I was safe, in my own home. But nowadays with cyberbullying, kids aren't safe even at home.
That's a really good point.
They get online and it's like they can't escape the bullying. It happens at school, on the bus, and even when you're home. Like,
I know exactly what you mean. I think, so many kids, even ones that don't always, may not have been bullied for a long time, at some point in their life. And I can remember, coming home from school and be like, okay, I'm off the bus, I'm at home, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good now. I've got my 3, close friends. That's it. I don't have to worry till the next day.
Exactly.
It doesn't stop now.
Yeah. Now kids, they don't have that downtime to kind of recharge. And then one of the things I think happens too is with social media, like the bullying can grow. And that's what's unfortunate is somebody will, post something negative on somebody else's wall. Other kids will see it and repost it, or they retweet it or something
That's
like
so
that.
true.
And then, people might do it just to fit in that. But you have other people jumping on the bandwagon at somebody else's expense.
Yep.
And it can really get out of hand.
It's unfortunate because when you go on sites like Facebook and Twitter and, you see usually negativity spreads way quicker. It's, people usually, whether it's somebody getting all, about politics or this and current event, and it's like, it gets very negative. It's kind of cool every now and then when I see a really good, heartwarming story and I like to share because you don't see those very often.
Right.
And now just take that mindset, but put yourself in the, in a kid's mindset where they've got to deal with this. It's not just a story about people that are, somebody in the news or on TV. This is about them. Right. And texting and it takes it to a whole different level. So I think it's great everything you guys are doing for this Be a Star campaign. It's so important right now. And I think, is it probably at this point more important than ever for parents to be really involved with what's going on with their kids, not just day to day with school, but also their online activity?
Yeah, I think it is because that's one of the things is you never know what your children are doing online. You never know who they're talking to. You never know what people are saying to them. So even though parents, a kid's coming home and he's not getting, bruises from getting in fights, getting picked on, you don't know emotionally what's happening to him by, what people are sending him on Twitter or Facebook.
Yep. And that's where you hear those kind of, unfortunate stories, of, suicide where, it's going on in their head. No one knows. In fact, they're hiding it so well that there's not a whole lot of, signs out there for, for parents to really reach out and find out what's going on. So I think it's extra important to really ask those questions. And, I have to say too, probably, if you have to take a class at your college to learn how Facebook works, do it. It's going to be worth it,
Yeah,
So,
no, definitely.
Cool. David, thanks a lot for stopping by, and appreciate you, being not just a local guy, but also helping out locally in the community right here at Hannah Beardsley here in Crystal Lake.
Well, thank you for having me.